My double clicking prevented that from happening. Woo! Double clicking.
God damn it!
Nice.
Because it took me a second to unmute myself. And like double clicked. I'm like, God damn it! You unmute, and so you're still saying it. So no one. It's like
Oh, God,
you missed
love
it.
you,
You almost got it. It was so close, so close.
So close to your viewers finding out that eating ass is way easier.
Oh, they know now.
Mm-hmm.
They know the secret.
I know the secret. Anyway, welcome
The dirty things that happen when we're muted.
welcome to Vampire the Masquerade. Of course, it's Legacies of Caine, and we are back once again for another week after our winter holiday. Siesta. Break. Something of those longs. Your choice on which word you want to use on that one.
I
Anyway.
personally choose the word hangover. It was a holiday hangover. That's what that was.
I mean, that's inaccuracy that could occur. Anyway, so where we last left off, things were not great, but you managed to turn it around. We had some frenzying that resulted in some deaths and some fires and some destruction that you ended up, sweeping under a carpet, and also it ended up testing out your firefighting disguises, and then now there's an elaborate story behind your firefighting disguises that is somehow actually being believed by people by chances of some influence from higher-ups who are basically being like, sure, yeah, that's totally true. Money was exchanged somewhere, things happened, and you have officially working disguises. Congratulations!
Yeah, you know what? Now we've got, like, if people recognize us, they're gonna be like, okay, that's those firefighters from before.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, those are the American firefighters. It's okay, they're idiots, but they're harmless.
They're idiots, but they're harmless.
They're idiots and have caused problems in our country, but they're harmless.
No, we didn't cause the problems. It was the other people trying to
Yeah, the
frame us
yeah.
that caused the problems.
Yeah, the people that are
They're
after
the
you.
ones murdering
Yeah, totally. They're the ones
Yeah, I don't know why they're trying to frame us. I don't get it.
And then they try and do it again. They throw some poor lady out a window. Like, what? Oh,
Absolutely
tell
ridiculous.
some people just...
Lady out the window. Oh my god. It took you so long to kill her. She just wouldn't die.
Have we ever
Oh man.
he's actually dead?
Um,
I don't think we actually knew.
well, he dived out the window with her. She survived. So he then had to just kind of bash her into the roof of the hospital. And it sort of looks like a suicide, ...
Yeah.
He
Hopefully.
snuck, Nathan snuck in there, so no one saw Nathan cause any of his problems. But he went out the window also, so... I don't know if this will be I think this is going to be a common theme, is one of you guys leaping out of a window just to get something done.
It's the best way to solve problems.
Just to dive from high.
Jump out a window.
You made that stupid staff on the top floor, didn't you?
Oh, it's gonna happen.
It's not a large building, though, so that's not going to be, like, leaping out
It's
of...
still 3 stories.
Alright, who's jumping out a window? I'm downstairs, so it can't be me.
Yeah, you don't have windows to jump out of down there.
Alright,
Oh boy.
so why don't we, since we've had a little break here, why don't we just dive into it instead of getting our normal little introductions, because it's hard to, like, remember everything exactly of how everyone's feeling. But
Yeah, thank God for that.
So,
Excellent.
you are at your apartment / condo, whatever we called it.
Townhouse.
Townhouse, there you go. So you're at your townhouse, you're hanging around, and you've just resolved all the problems. You get contacted by the Tremere, who you had been in contact with. He will inform you everything is in place. He has put the device where you wanted it. He didn't have a chance to see the staff, but He thinks it's on display in their... would be described as the meeting room. He basically describes it to you as the meeting room. He wants to keep things simple for you. There's another title for it, but he's, you know...
Sure.
He just wants to keep it simple in your minds. It's in a place where...
That sounds helpful.
It's on the upper floor, as he also says. He hadn't had a chance to be in their meeting room because he's technically not a member of the Chantry. He's only working with them as... and managing to maintain a good relation with them.
As a consultant.
Exactly. It's not easy to be a Tremere consultant, because most of the time, the Tremere like you to be part of them. They're very, you know, inclusive club kind of thing. So being a consultant usually requires you to have a great deal of trade with them. And he's managing it so far. So good for you for finding him. Anyway. Or getting his name. What is your plan?
Okay. The plan.
We'll say it's 3 days from now is when you have the explosive set.
Okay.
You have firefighting gear. You've set the explosive. You've got tranquilizers. You've got
Mooks.
You've got some mooks that are going to be joining you that day. There are only a couple things left to take care of.
We are going to need to acquire the ambulance.
We planned on doing that on the day of the heist, though.
On the day, yep.
Is there anything else we need to get ready ahead of time?
We also need another car, don't we?
No, because our car is now okay because they know that we're totally firefighters.
We're firefighters, don't worry about it.
Totally firefighters.
Oh, yeah.
Don't even question.
Nope.
Yeah. America's best.
So the car we're good with. We've got the drugs for Christine Reynolds in helpful syringes so that, let's see, I believe Samuel and Leslie are going downstairs? Or is it Samuel and Dawn are going downstairs because Dawn's going to beat the crap out of her if the tranquilizers somehow fail?
Yeah, I think it's Samuel and Dawn going downstairs and you and I going up.
And Leslie and I are going upstairs to find this meeting room and this rod. We do need to find some more... Oh no, we did get a roll of fire hose from our last one. Barely.
Yes.
So we need to cut that up and get ready to carry that in.
Mm-hmm.
One of us needs the one of the cell phones from Samuel so that we can deposit it at the scene of the theft.
Right.
I mean, wouldn't Samuel be able to leave that where Samuel's going? ...
Yeah, I could just leave it
Yeah.
with the lady.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Where the lady
except
was.
that the idea is that Christine will have gone up to get the rod.
Okay.
So leaving
That
it
makes
there
sense.
connects her more directly to
Ooh.
the theft.
Neat.
Alright, I'll hand over the one that I've been texting as Christine with.
Perfect.
Ignore the saucy texts. Those would add a little bit of flair.
Don't look at any of the photos on my phone.
No, don't want to. Don't worry. And then we also need to make sure that we remember to deposit the other one in the Anarch's location. And where was the third one going to go?
Didn't you want to stitch up Candy's boyfriend, pimp man?
Yes! Frank! That's right.
Frank.
That's right.
You mean for show? Yeezy for show?
Yeezy faux show.
That's
All
the
right.
one. Yeah.
Yep. That's the guy.
Hand over. It's like a golden Bolden, like encrusted with gems phone. Pimped
All,
out for you.
all this part of the plan is brand new to me, so this is intriguing.
Oh, yes!
Yeah, I was around for this bit of the planning. I am.
Oh, you didn't notice me texting all that time?
You just thought that golden phone was his.
I mean, he could be a very well-connected young man. He's got the looks, you know.
I
could
have
definitely.
some connections, I suppose.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got to deposit those things. I guess we could make sure to find a way to deposit the phone somewhere near Frank between now and then, but I don't think we need to worry too much about exactly where. We can just kind of leave it in a trash can somewhere.
So we could even send Candy out with it to one of his, spots. Just leave it there.
No. I don't want to get Candy involved.
She's a precious young thing.
Yeah. Besides, what's going to happen when her boss goes down for this horrible thing happening between vampires? She's going to need a new job, won't she?
Well, it's a good job you already got her that passport.
Yeah.
Oh, Candy's gonna be with us forever.
Apparently she is.
We're smuggling a prostitute to America.
Yep.
It's all
Smuggling
up
if
to
she
her.
goes with us willingly.
Yeah, it's all up to her. If she doesn't want to leave, that's fine. But
Oh, you've got money. She's leaving. Yeah.
but it's up to her.
Fair enough.
Isn't that how vampires do everything?
Yes, totally up to her.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Entirely up to her, except every single circumstance surrounding it indicates a certain course of action, which happens to be what I want. It's perfect.
And besides, how could we ever live without her wonderful, wonderful brownies?
Well, I mean, only one of you enjoys them.
Yeah.
And by
I enjoy the
enjoy-
people
by
that enjoy
association.
them.
Yes, you enjoy the people that enjoy them. There you go.
Wick might like him.
Oh, Wick would fucking love him.
Wick probably does love them. I mean,
Does he?
yes.
Yep.
The hyper-intelligent rat getting high off... Okay, yeah.
He's a little stoner rat with his own knives. in the
Let's
car.
go. I can't wait to get his car.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the car.
Alright, so are we handling the prep work off screen, essentially, or...
I think we can finish this up and just say that, nothing you are attempting to do is particularly difficult. So we can kind of fast forward a little bit here to the day of the event.
Insert cool spy montage here.
Yes.
So I don't need to do any phone planting, right? I've given my phones that need to be planted to other people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. The phones have been spread out. Everything is seemingly in place, and it's the day of the heist.
We're also ensuring that all the fingerprints are wiped and
Yes.
they're clean.
We got fireman's gloves.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
But you haven't been using those the whole time, have you?
Oh no.
Texting in these giant gloves.
That might
I
make the
don't know
texting a little
I
difficult.
thought you meant like during the heist. I was like, yeah, we're just gonna be wearing gloves. What do you mean? Not just gonna walk around with a handkerchief the whole time.
All right.
I mean, I got gloves on anyway, so I'm good.
Gloves on gloves.
Yep.
It's the hot new trend.
Mhm.
We
2019.
heard you liked gloves.
So we put gloves under your gloves.
All right.
mean,
So what's the plan?
Giant earth-shattering kaboom?
We've got to get someone to get the ambulance. Was it the goons that we were gonna have do it?
I guess you could have the goons do it if you want.
I mean, because
I'm okay
I
with
gotta
that.
be with the crew so I can go in. Yeah, we just have the goons do it.
And I mean, once the ghoul and the goons are out of the ambulance, we can just make it look like it was a joyride. And, even
Yeah.
if they do go down for it, it's like, what, a couple of months to a year?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we're
Also not our problem.
Worst case,
Also not our problem. But
worst case scenario, the boss gets mad at us and you got to pay a little bit extra or something.
yeah, like I'll pay the bail or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Which I don't think the boss cares about a couple low end goons.
Yeah.
They can sit in there for a while. They've got all of eternity. They're fine.
Yeah.
Well, no, they're
Wait.
cool.
No,
They're-
they're
They're goons. Never mind.
They're just
Yeah.
humans. They're just humans you
Yeah.
hired for like
Goons,
stealing
not
something.
Cool. Come
Yeah,
on.
all they know is
Yeah.
you're kidnapping someone from some place.
And they're
Yeah.
like, yeah, cool, let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
sure.
do it.
Stealing something and kidnapping. It's sort of like,
Yeah.
oh, okay,
And
double
they're
heist.
just all for it.
Yeah, they're goons. You know, they're like, oh, hey, you know, normally we've been hired to kill some people, but this is pretty good. Pretty
Hell
easy
yeah,
job.
boss!
I get
Boss,
off
let's
easy.
go kidnap people.
Hey, they're getting paid for it.
We're hired goons you got here. We're ready to goon it up. Got some
I
muscles
don't know what
here.
that accent
Is
is.
this adult wick?
Look, boy,
This is
we gonna be
Wick's
big O.
dead. It's Wick's dead.
oh my god.
Wick's dad is a human! He's a human after all! We knew
Comrade
it.
Wick, we are going to kidnap some people, yes?
We kidnap people now, great comrade. It is time for great operation in not Soviet Russia, but England. All British people, hi, great time. Okay, we are not Soviet infiltrators planning something. Alright,
We are British citizens, not children of Mother Russia.
Who is glorious, Mother Russia, but we are not citizens of Mother Russia. Just so you know. It's okay.
It is glorious, though.
It is very glorious.
Or so we've heard.
Only the best vodka I've heard.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I think we've got things pretty much.
All right, I'm gonna roll some things for some goons then, if you're sending them to roll to steal some stuff. All right.
Probably better now. Fuck it up. I'm gonna be pissed.
I don't know. We're not there. They'll be fine.
Yeah.
When they look back on their decisions, they realized this was their first mistake.
All right. Okay. And we'll just and all that, and
So while that's happened, we should get piled into the car with however many
okay.
goons we were planning on bringing,
Yes.
and get to like an area nearby, like maybe a nearby restaurant, to make it really
Yeah.
look like we're just like going out to eat.
Yeah.
Call.
Yeah.
Are we going to be able to, like, do we have a safe place to change into our gear without being noticed?
The gear's in the back of the car. We're gonna change into it once we get there. Because
Yeah,
we'll
we're
be
already-
like, oh gosh, a fire nearby?
yeah.
How
Sure.
convenient for training.
I thought you were gonna be like really stuffed in there and have like three goons with you, and then two in the ambulance, and like because you've got like a big SUV, so you've got like the third seat stuff up. So there's two goons that are like flanked by equipment that are having like, can we get out now, please?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're goons, so these are like really big guys too, you know.
Just
They're
like
just covered in
firefighters.
gear.
It's
Very
like-
strong firefighters.
yes.
Just like firefighters.
So what's the plan, boss?
We're going out for a snack.
Okay,
Yep.
what you need us to do?
Well, I thought we'd gone over it when we discussed the hiring part of it, but ultimately, how many was it? 2 or 3 of them will
Yeah,
be
3.
going. Okay, 3 will be going down in the elevator with with my associate here and my other associate there. They will do their best to take care of anyone in the area. If you could lay down cover fire and make sure that they are as unharmed as possible,
All right.
and provide any assistance they need.
So while we get in there, boss, we only got like the basics of the job. You haven't given us all details, boss.
Yeah, so like I said, you 3 will be going with these 2, helping them acquire a potentially resistant friend of theirs.
Ah, we can do
bringing
that,
them
boss.
up to the ambulance, bringing them up to the ambulance, depositing with your 2 compatriots here,
Would I be able to
And-
pull up a picture of the lady so I can show them who not
Sure.
to shoot?
Sure.
Yeah. Pull up a picture, show them.
All right.
That's who.
Sounds good,
So,
boss.
do your best not to kill this one.
All right.
You will be accompanying my associate and I, and we will be attempting to locate a staff. I can describe it a little bit more.
It's very valuable.
Which we will be wrapping up in a fire hose and carrying back out to the car.
Fire hose?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because there's going to be a fire. I
Okay.
believe I mentioned that.
We heard something about a fire, boss, but not a lot of details.
Yes.
We're going in disguised as firefighters because the place is going to be up in flames.
Okay, boss. We'll do our best.
That is all we can ask, and exactly what I paid for.
Oops. All right. You enjoy a meal, and
Getting a nice sandwich.
well, they'll enjoy sandwiches because I'm guessing it's on you, and Dawn might enjoy a sandwich, but like,
Oh yeah.
the other three of you,
I'm not eating this.
yeah, the other three of you just
not
gotta
eating the sandwich.
sit there. Well, I mean, you might be feeding a sandwich to something hidden in your clothes, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, I'm feeding Wick. Just. Yeah, I like to eat through my neck sometimes. Don't worry about it.
The boils on this side really enjoy a ham on rye.
Yeah, are we at like Panera or something?
Probably not. I don't know if there's Panera in London. There might
Yeah,
be.
it's all there.
No Panera?
Yeah, the Mooks probably know the place better than we do. They can recommend a spot.
I've actually never been to Panera, so yeah.
No, I
You got a place you recommend?
Sure.
Goon Man?
We'll probably take you to a local place nearby.
Perfect.
Little mom and pop shop. Great sandwiches.
Yep. It's a little late in the day, but I mean, it's probably actually more bar with sandwiches sort of thing. You know, it's maybe got like, it's a weird building that has a deli on the one side, which is already closed up for the night, and a bar on the other side.
Perfect.
I like it.
Yeah, these people, they're great people. They
I'm gonna also be, while this is happening, paying attention to my phone to look out for any like news of people stealing an ambulance to see how bad the goons fucked up.
Okay.
That's probably smart.
There will be reports of a stolen ambulance, but it's going to occur like 10 minutes before the fire starts, I'm going to stay. And there will be no signs of anybody of the person of it being recovered.
And when that happens, I'll bring it up to Nathan at the very least.
Ah. What an unfortunate circumstance. I believe it's time to go.
Sounds like it is. All right.
Fire! There's a big explosion. Things are occurring. You don't see it. You do not see it at all. So, I mean...
Oh.
Oh.
Well, you probably...
the
Because you probably hear, like, a loud kind of, like... Not really, really loud, but like an echoing bang from somewhere in the distance. It almost sounds like loud gunfire. And then you can kind of look out into the night and you think you can see smoke in the distance, but it's black on black kind of thing, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that's our cue.
Shall
Let's
we?
get on our way.
Okay. You'll quickly make your way over.
Geared up. We should probably get geared up before we get over it.
So you're gonna get all your gear on, probably help the Mooks because they've never put the gear on. You guys have had one opportunity to put the gear on before. It doesn't seem to quite fit one of them quite well, but he kind of fits in there. Looks a little awkward.
Dang loner suits.
All right.
Yep.
We're hazing the rookie.
Well, is this supposed to be this tight?
Fat guy in a little coat.
Oh, He's just like the guy that's like near like 7 foot tall, like big and muscular that they gave you, and he's just like barely fitting in this thing, which is probably made for like 5.5, 6 foot tall person. Just saying. Anyway,
He'll be fine.
he'll be fine. You'll make your way to the site then, and by the time you're getting there, of course, there will be a number of fire engines already there, a number on site trying to fight it. As you can see that the building is indeed aflame. The upper floors seem to be on fire.
Perfect.
There's a lot of people looking about, and you do notice a couple of figures that seem familiar in amongst some of the crowds and stuff, and outside the building.
Okay.
Familiar in what way?
Like when last time you were in there, you saw them.
Oh, okay, so that would be them.
Well,
Gotcha.
you wouldn't know them.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of you that came and visited totally have seen them before.
All right, Nathan.
All right.
I think the protocol is to clear them out a little bit.
Well,
Not
I mean,
quite.
they have been... The
Like, there's probably a
survivors
cordon.
have been moved out of the way a little bit.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Are there other firefighters already here?
yeah, there's like 3 trucks
okay.
that are already
I don't know
here.
why I thought
Yeah.
you meant like.
Yeah, no, there are 3 trucks here. They've already like unloaded people.
Yeah, it's not just the trucks.
No, and there's like crowds of people that have arrived to like kind of like watch what's going on. Unfortunately.
Okay.
All right. So we'll pull up. I'll get out and head to the whoever looks like they're in charge.
He's like talking on like a radio or something. You know, he's speaking. He's like, "Can I help you?"
Yes, we're the Americans here.
I heard something about you. Yes. Hi.
Hi. It looks like this is a rather large building. Would you like some help going in and searching for survivors?
We got some trucks on the way, but we haven't still got any things
mean-
to control.
Every second counts. You know that.
Take them. Do it. You're trainees, right? Just don't do anything stupid.
Of course.
Hey, you two. Go in with these fellows. Help them search for some survivors.
Mm-hmm. All right. So let's go in.
All right. So the 2 men will come and accompany you, and you're going to head in the front door. You can already... All of you, please roll me courage. At this point in time, I'm only going to make it difficulty 4, because you're not quite expounded by the fire. But instantly, when you enter into the front of the door, you feel the heat that is now throughout the building.
Difficulty 4?
Yes.
Okay.
How do I roll courage?
You just type like blank D10, however many courage you have.
I got
okay.
all successes.
Me too!
Oh yeah, you did too. I got.
It feels great!
Next time
One
it's gonna
really bad.
horribly fail.
Wait, how do I do this? I'm so confused.
Slash
roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't even have to entirely type out roll. You can just slash R space 4d10. Boom.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, I'm so fucking brave.
You are. All right. You all push forward for now, without worry of the flames. But there's like
All
this something in the backs of your minds that's already weeding away in there. This place does not feel correct.
Okay. So as once we get in and like out of easy view and earshot of the guy who's actually in charge of them,
Yeah.
I'm gonna point to Dawn and Samuel and their group of mooks and be like, okay, you and you guys head down to the basement and check for anyone down there. You and you, I'll point to the 2 people that he sent in with us.
Yeah.
Start on this floor, and you guys are with me. We're gonna go upstairs.
The two that are on the first floor, that you've kind of ordered, they're like, all right, but be careful. The fire's up there. I'd say head towards the back of the building. It seems to be focused on the front of the building right now. It hasn't spread all the way, but be careful.
Will do.
Excellent.
You as well.
Quick question. I know of, because we mentioned something about a staircase going down there. We don't know where that staircase is, do we?
Nope. You know where the elevator is, and you don't even know if it has power right now, though.
Right. But I'm an expert hacker. I can.
Yeah.
Hack power into it.
Yeah.
You guys brought batteries,
Hacker
right?
man.
Do you have like a keytar that you can use in order to hack into things?
Alright, I'm gonna head to where I know the elevator is and try my luck at it, I guess.
Alright, let me roll something here.
If not, I can always open the doors and we can just climb down.
That's true. Yeah,
Okay,
we can muscle our way in.
Power is off right now.
Power is off.
And the elevator does not seem to be at this floor.
Even better. Definitely can climb.
Actually better, yeah.
Yeah.
Dawn, do you think you could get this open?
we can goddamn try. That'd be a strength?
Yeah. Just like I'll say difficulty 5. Strength. It's a door to an elevator. If you get in there, it's not too difficult to like pry open. It's made to move.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I
Hell,
know
normal
anything.
people pull them open.
Oh wait, would it be a melee instead, Rolo? Even?
You could just roll like strength, straight strength, I guess, and add a
It's not
bonus.
like an attack.
Yeah.
It's just
And add
you
bonus-
and physical.
And add your bonus dice from your
Potence?
potence.
Okay. That. Really? I did it wrong?
Oh,
How
no.
am I
Slash
doing this
slash R6010, not R slash. You did it reverse.
Yeah, what do you
Yeah.
think this is?
You're trying to get to Reddit.
God damn it. I am! That's actually probably what it is, because that's how I find all my Reddit memes.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm learning things. Don't
Wow.
worry.
Okay, you will actually do it.
Wow.
Just
You
barely.
will barely do it. It seems a little stuck, but you manage to still like get your hands in there and pop it open. It actually, you can feel the heat on the metal, and when you like open up, you can actually notice there's like little specks coming down, and it looks like above you. You can see like maybe on the 3rd floor, fire.
Oh. So want to go down this way?
Well, it's the only way we know down. We can try to find the staircase once we get down there.
Yeah.
I mean, you can preemptively jump out of a building.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm gonna be jumping
Well-
into the building.
The Mooks probably can't, though.
Well, there is the, since the elevator seems to be below you, and
The access ladder.
yeah, there is an access ladder.
Oh, there's next. Okay.
Yeah, there usually is an access ladder, especially when it's like, when it is like an inside elevator like this. There isn't a lot of space in here, because it is just a simple shaft and a smaller elevator.
All right, Dawn, you can go first since you have punching arms. I'll be right behind.
As opposed to your hack the planet arms.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. I can go first. I'll
Oh, my
start
USB
trying
is not gonna work on their fancy computer down there because the power's down.
Oh no. Maybe
It'll
it
be
has a backup
strength athletics you can roll for me.
And remember, guys, you guys have smoke bombs.
We both have to roll this?
You both have to roll it if you're both climbing down.
Yeah, I plan on climbing down.
I mean, you
mooks
could
will
just
be-
jump.
some mooks will
That
be
worked well
rolling
for you
it
in the
too.
past.
Yeah,
How-
worst case scenario.
How
I
difficult
fall.
is it to climb down a ladder, though?
Yeah.
In this circumstance that's here, not too difficult. I'm gonna say it's still difficulty 4 because it's like you got heat and fire and like and this is
And
like
you're in fireman gear.
and you're in fireman
Yeah,
gear.
that would make it tough.
Which we're not used to wearing.
What did you do?
You rolled 6
Did
d10s.
I forget to do the space?
No, you put a slash in it, so it's 6
Oh,
divided
oh
by
my
a
God.
d10.
Yeah, it was
And
6.
Oh my! And then I did the Reddit thing. It's been a long day.
So good.
I mean, you could just go to your dice rolls and hit attribute strength and leave the second part blank.
No, I did it. Don't worry about it.
Alright then.
Tantus, you don't. Just in case you
I
aren't
love
aware, you don't have the dice rolls showing on stream.
Oh, my dice rolls aren't showing? That's true.
Oh.
Whoops.
It's just 20th anniversary edition Vampire the Masquerade.
There you go.
Yeah, I just noticed.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Oh, wait.
They saw nothing,
Here
don't
you
worry
go. Look at that. Look at that nice dice roll and all this stuff
it, don't
here.
worry.
It's okay. There we go. Anyway. Mm-hmm.
I forgot how this whole thing works over like 2 weeks.
And one more time. It's all it takes sometimes.
Chat, you missed Jess rolling 6/D10.
Yeah.
No, I can go back to that one. It's
scroll
not
up to it.
forgotten. It's not forgotten. Right there it is. The answer was 0.75.
I lost strength. I just fell to the bottom and died.
All right. All of you managed to climb down quite well then. Samuel, with the most trouble, managed to get it still. You'll climb down, and it looks like the elevator is on the second basement, not the third. And you'll get to
And
the
we were-
roof of that.
Were we at the third before?
Yes, that's where the
The
library
library is on the 3rd.
Yes.
We should be able to open the hatch.
Yes.
Get into the
You can open the
elevator.
hatch.
Probably,
It doesn't
It'll
look like there's a lot of space for squeezing by the elevator in here on the ladder. It's, wasn't really built for that, unfortunately.
well, what I'm thinking is, once we get into the room, it might be easier to find the staircase,
Ah.
since they'll
That's a
want
good idea.
pretty easy access to it.
Okay.
And there will probably be people in here we can pretend to save that'll show us the staircase.
Okay.
Sorry, yes, certainly.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good plan.
Are our goons following us still, by the way?
Oh yeah, the goons came
right.
down the ladder just fine.
Oh yeah, they're strong.
Yeah. They're strong and have some athletics.
Yeah.
I knew my athletics would come in handy one day.
Mm-hmm. They don't have a lot of intelligence, but they've got strength.
Me neither.
Alright.
Yeah.
So I guess
You
get
got
the
one,
elevator hatch open for us.
Yeah, the hatch is easy to kind of pull open, and you can jump down into the elevator quite easily. And all pile into the elevator.
Alright, now pry open those doors. I'm just bossing everyone around. I feel like Nathan.
Alright, one of the goons is like, okay, boss.
Oh good, he gets to do it and I don't have to press any buttons.
I could get used to
He just kind of, he actually gets his hands in there. He kind of takes like a knife out, kind of like gets in there, start it open, and puts it away and gets his hands in there, and then just kind of pulls it open. And we'll pause you for a second and switch over to Nathan and Leslie. Nathan, Leslie.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
You've been moving towards the back of the building, and you do manage to find a staircase leading up. There was one towards the front of the building, it seemed, near the ladder. Near the elevator. But there does seem to be one in the back of the building that seems to be a little bit more of what you would call a servant's staircase.
Narrow, I'm guessing.
Yeah, very narrow, very tiny. This building is definitely an older building that you've set fire to, one that's probably been here for, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, and now it's on fire and exploded, but,
Mm-hmm.
You guys aren't historians, so it's okay.
Now, are we going up in character, or are we just going stealth?
Something just occurred to me.
Yes.
We are somewhat prepared for the flame.
Indeed.
The rest of those that live here and stay here and do things here might well not be.
True.
This could be interesting. I think that we should perhaps be ready to eliminate them as quickly as possible with whatever claws or firearms you or the rest of you wish to use.
Those are the magic words.
Because I do not plan to encounter someone in Rotshrek. That's what's called, right?
there are not supposed to be any humans up here, right?
No.
Except for firemen.
Okay. So I have 3 rain. Good. Very, very good. All right. Let's head up the staircase.
Ideally, don't like necessarily kill them, but you know,
If it needs to be done.
I think it's fair to prioritize our lives and our friends' lives over theirs.
Understood. All right. Ready to head up?
Okay.
Oh yes.
So, 3rd floor.
Yep. Give me a second here to finish some calculations. Just figuring out what you're going to encounter.
Leslie has like the slightest bit of confidence now for the first time in forever. He can do what he's good at. Hopefully.
Okay.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Here we go. Come
Unless
on,
he fucks that up too, in which case
Here's
All right.
hoping.
he's gonna jump off a bridge.
Okay. So you'll reach the 2nd floor. This goes up to the 2nd and the 3rd floor.
Okay.
Which one do you want to head to?
Well, the explosion was on the 3rd floor, correct?
It was, yes, on the 3rd floor.
Then I think we need to hunt or search that one first, as that will be the most easily taken over by that which we do not want to encounter. Or
Fire!
that which we least want to encounter.
Mm.
Mhm.
Ideally, I'd like to not encounter anyone at all.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's unreasonable. So,
And the staff is supposed to be on the 3rd floor, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, for a second. It's in a meeting hall.
It's-
You don't know where the meeting hall is.
Ah, gotcha.
right.
Yes.
So I will indicate to the Mooks, we are looking for a meeting hall. If you happen to see one, give a quick shout.
Okay.
If you happen to see any people,
Mhm.
give a quick burst of gunfire.
Okay. They'll have slipped out, like, I guess, something concealable, so they got, like, Uzis, we'll say, you know.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
But don't shoot the firemen.
Yes, don't shoot firemen.
Okay. That's why I brought this. It's like one of them's got an axe. I took it from one of them trucks out there. They just let
Perfect.
me have it. Woo!
I applaud your initiative, sir.
Yeah.
I wish I
After
was
we're
that
all
smart.
out and safely back home, I'll give you a business card.
He just like walked off, his axe in
Is
one
he
hand,
just like rocking with his axe?
and the Uzi in the other.
Axe and Uzi.
He
This guy's day got
sellotapes
so much better.
the
Yeah.
axe- He sellotapes the axe to the Uzi.
Oh, duct
Oh.
tapes-
In one.
yeah, the Uzi axe.
Yep.
The Axie.
The axie.
Now the Uzi shoots.
The other one's like, how can you be using that like that? I forgot to mention to you, my good friend. I am ambidextrous. I can use both my hands quite well. It was a unique gift given to me by my mother. She was ambidextrous too.
Perfect. A little bit less talking. I'd like to not alert anyone that we're here.
Can we bring him back with us? He can live with us in Candy.
I just love everyone we meet. We keep all of them.
Alright, so you'll head up to the 3rd floor, and it'll come out into a small hallway in the back of the building, with a couple of rooms off to the side, and a door at the end of the hall.
Alright. I'm gonna take a quick look around. Can we, like, is there enough light to see everything by? Because I know power's out in the building.
Power's out, there doesn't seem to be any... There was some windows in the staircase. Nice enough, you know, that there was a couple of tiny ones. So, like, with the door open, you're getting a little bit of light in here, but it's like a cloudy London night, so you're not getting a whole lot of it. And there's some
smoke everywhere.
there is smoke. You can tell that this room is quite smoky already, you know, that there is some coming from under one of the doors. You do not see any fire at the moment, though. You don't see any light coming from under any of the doors.
Okay. And we're wearing, like, firemen's masks, right? So people can't really easily see our face?
You've got, like, the full gear on. You know, you got, like, the...
That's why our Mooks are not currently choking on the smoke, I would imagine.
No. Yeah, they're actually using like them. It took them like a couple of minutes to like figure out, you know, like, ooh, cool, you know, turn on the air and stuff. But
Okay, well, I'm gonna just manifest Eyes of the Beast really quick so I can see better in darkness, just in case.
okay, all right.
And then I guess we just start looking around, searching room by room.
Then which one are you going to? There's a room on the left and room on the right.
Which one has the smoke coming out of the bottom?
It seems to be coming out from the one that's straight in front of you, because that's
Okay.
probably leading towards closer to the front of the building.
Okay.
Okay.
What are we like in a hallway and there's more rooms?
Yeah, there's like a
further
tiny
ahead,
hall.
or-
Like the door from the servants' quarters led into like a very tiny hall, like maybe like a 5 foot wide, like 15-foot long hallway. So nothing huge. Kind of like, I would say it's there wasn't really a need for a door to here, but probably be like a little polite and keep things closed kind of thing. You know, this is like tiny back of the area like hall.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Nathan, how about we go left and send the goons right? Split up, cover more ground?
no.
No.
If any of these have seen the flame, we might have to very aggressively defend ourselves, and it might be best if we are both focused on that.
It's mostly that do our new companions here know of our own unique skills?
Probably
Maybe.
not.
Because they may be incredibly obvious if I have to fight.
Ah, very well.
We heard Dells, you were some kind of gang leader? You got some gang
Yes.
skills?
Yes, so
Yes,
you two
indeed.
will come with me. Shout if you need anything.
Will do.
Okay.
Alright, which way are you going?
I'll take left, you take right.
I'll go right.
Okay. To the right, it appears to be would be best described as a closet. It's a larger room, so it's got like a lot of like cleaning supplies stored in there, some things for cleaning up. So otherwise, it seems pretty empty, unused at the moment. Definitely, nobody's in there.
Okay.
So
Can't spot anything out of the ordinary.
No. All looks like, you know, cleaning tools, cleaning supplies. Probably for human/ghoul servants to, you know, clean the place up, kind of thing.
Okay. Well, I still, I'll start moving straight down the hall then.
So back towards the center door.
Yes.
Okay. Nathan, the room that you are in seems to be actually a small kind of bedchamber. It is currently cleared out. It looks as though the people that were in here cleared out pretty quickly.
That makes sense.
This actually looks like a room that you're not sure. Probably people that would sleep would be in here, definitely, more than vampires. Because there's a window and stuff, too. It does look like the window has some, like, you know, it has, like, blackout curtains and actual, like, inside shutters you can close up. So things like that.
Okay.
That, you know, so there is some gear on here that would pertain to a vampire if necessary. But
it's not necessarily specifically a vampire's bedchamber.
no.
Okay.
It would look very unusual to a passerby that would see this. Like, they're like, why did they have the shutters on the outside?
Sure.
But it could be just weird architecture for anybody knows.
Okay. Is there anything particularly out of the ordinary?
No. I mean, it looks like some kind of bedroom, a pretty simple one. Like, it's got, like, 4 sets of bunk beds. It looks as though
Okay.
only 3 of them had people come out of them.
So bed sheets are wrinkled and
More like, you know, spilled on the
Tossed
ground,
aside.
you know, kind of like people
Yeah.
got up very quickly, you know, didn't
like,
really
oh
care.
shit, there's a fire, we
Yeah.
gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mhm.
Okay. How long would it take to do a brief check for, like, any hidden doorways or anything?
You could probably take like a minute or 2 and do that.
Okay. Would that be investigation?
Sure, you can do a perception investigation.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. 6?
Yes. Okay. You'll take a look around. You don't find anything in particular. It looks as though, just with a quick spotting around, it looks like one of them's got like a little chest of something under their bed, but other than that, you don't really find anything really well hidden.
Okay.
No doors, no like hidden passages or anything.
How big is the chest, and how locked does it appear?
Like it's like a little like little locker thing. So maybe like something
okay.
like this, something that would hold like a couple of books at most, or a similar sized objects combined.
Okay.
So nothing like huge.
Okay. Then I guess I'll motion back out the door and head back.
So Leslie, you will be getting to that door at the end of the hall before Nathan. What are you doing when you get there?
I imagine he's going to get there significantly faster than I will because I took the minute to check the room.
Yes.
So, I guess if he's waiting for me, then I'll be like, do we check?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We need...
I'm assuming the door to the next area is closed.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just going to.
I'm going to stand out of view.
Mm-hmm.
Check the doorknob, see if it's hot.
Good idea. Yeah, I'll give the knob
Or
a quick
rather,
touch.
how hot it is.
Doesn't feel very hot.
Okay. Hang on a second. I'm just seeing if I can. Oh, that needs a blood point. I really don't want to spend a blood point this early.
I'm going to stand to the side, facing away from the door.
I'm just going to crack the door open slightly, and see if I can just hear or see anything through the slight crack.
Okay. All right. Give me perception awareness.
Okay.
Can I do that as well?
You can. You'll have a difficulty of, I'll say, 8 because you don't have a way of seeing in the darkness.
Right. I'm mostly just listening.
Yes. There is still a lot of noise going on, so I'll keep it at 8 for you because, firefighters are outside. There's raging fire, screams, all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And that's alertness, you said?
Yes. Is alertness? Yes. Perception alertness.
Perfect.
I might have called it awareness, but they're like, oh, okay. Yeah, you try to take a listen, you just hear the noise of the city itself. You're not noticing anything. Alright,
that makes sense.
Leslie, though, you will see that this room has some kind of large table in the center of it, with a number of chairs around it, and it seems like it's been bashed in half.
Okay.
Like something crashed into it.
Okay, I'm just going to whisper across to Nathan then, let him know what I can see in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to open the door further and just quickly step into the side.
Okay.
Is there light coming out of the door?
No, this room is completely dark. Though
Perfect.
there does seem to be a door on the other side, and you could just see an ounce of light coming from somewhere. Like, it's still pretty far off from wherever it is, so it's not like... It's not a sign of there's a raging fire on the other side of this door. It's that there's light echoing from somewhere nearby, but you're not even sure what source it is.
Okay. Do I see any other doors, or is it just the one door, the broken table, and chairs?
There's like some cabinets here that seem to have all kinds of like fancy goblets in them. One set seems to have what appears to be like gold. Another seems to be silver. There's kind of like if you're like looking close at them, you can notice that there's kind of like you can see a little bit of staining on the inside of the goblets.
Okay. Can I do an investigation just to see if I can determine what it is?
Sure.
Residue of? Okay.
Yeah.
Perception investigation or intelligence?
Yeah, do me a perception investigation. Like, you can kind of... The cabinet's locked, but you can kind of like just bash the glass a little bit and take a look if you want to.
Okay. I will do that then.
I mean, it's kind of hard to see because even with your eyes in the night, it's kind of like it's more giving you like some night vision, not like perfect. But kind of sniffing around, you can tell that most likely this is bloodstained.
Okay. Can I do the same thing again at the table? Another investigation check, see if I can determine basically if this was a recent occurrence or if this has been a while.
with a table that's made of like wood and stuff, it's really hard to tell.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, like taking. No, you're right.
Like, has it been cleaned up since it was since it happened?
Yes, it has
Like-
not been cleaned up at all. That's easy to tell.
The
Everything's still a
blood
mess.
that he was looking at, was that fresh?
Probably not very.
Yeah, if they'd stored the goblets back inside, then
Okay.
okay.
And
I can't
you could
see...
tell that like it's probably been cleaned, but not like perfectly cleaned, so it's kind of stained on the inside.
Okay.
It looks to be the same for all the goblets.
In that case, I'll signal Nathan that the room's clear. Let him know what I found. I already told him about the table, so just mention the goblet, the blood that was inside of it, and move to the next door, I guess.
All right. I guess move to the second door.
Okay.
Okay.
Because there's no closed cabinets that we can't see into, correct? There's no other place that these staff could be, even though this appears to be a meeting room.
No.
And I'll be his eyes, so if he wants me to check anything.
I mean, I imagine part of the firefighter's gear is a flashlight.
Yeah, probably. I mean, you could have. I'm gonna assume if you wanted to have some, since you're working at night and don't have night vision, you can wholly have some anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Well, same routine. I'm gonna check the door handle on this one as well.
It's not hot. No.
Oh. All right then. Same routine. You step back from the door. I crack it open.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
And
Crack it
flashlight's
open.
off.
Yep.
Okay.
Crack it open. See what I can see inside.
It seems like another small hall, similar to the last one you were just in. This one, though, you do obviously note at the door at the end of this hall has some light coming out from it.
Fairly bright, like orange light or white light.
Probably like firelight.
It's flame.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna same thing. Move into the room slowly. And,
Are there still doors on either side?
Yes.
Okay. And the last hall, it was just the two doors. The one we came in, the one we're leaving right now.
Yes.
Okay. And this room has 4 doors.
The one you're coming in through. So it doesn't look exactly the same. This hallway looks a little nicer, with some like paintings on the side, but in like form, it mimics the one you were just in before. So it's like this would probably be where people that were important would walk into the room that you were just in. The other one would be servants would walk in through, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Do a quick investigation of this room, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't say anything, then I'm probably just going to follow him in after a few seconds.
You don't see anything special in here. It's just like the paintings are actually really nice. They appear to be of like you'd say like old castles.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Can I investigate the paintings?
Sure, if you want to look into them more.
Just, I mean, like the layout of this building seems odd.
Mm-hmm.
Like the rooms we've been moving through have all been fairly, like this building itself is fairly large, right?
Yes.
And we've been moving in a straight line through very small rooms. So
The
there
meeting
should
room
be...
was pretty big.
The top floor, the meeting room was pretty big, and the room you were in was like actually like it's a closet, but I'm not like a tiny closet. Like I would call it more like a storage.
It's like
closet.
a storage room.
Yeah, it's like a storage room, but it's for cleaning stuff, so it was a little larger.
Okay.
So like, it feels like maybe the top floor is a little smaller than the other floors, maybe.
All right. Well, I'm gonna. I mean, it's a complete trope, but check the paintings, see if there's anything suspicious going on with them.
Sure.
Any moving eyeballs?
Definitely not.
Please no.
Uh-huh. No, the paintings just seem like very fine paintings. They do seem to be older paintings, I will say, though, definitely. And you do notice in one of them that it has a kind of banner in the back that was really hard to see. But when you kind of like look at it, it appears to have the clan symbol of the Tremere on the banner.
Okay. Not unexpected, given that this is their.
It's
building.
not exactly the same. It's very similar. So maybe like, you know that clan symbols have changed. Like if you talk about the Dark Ages, they had different symbols then. So maybe this was the older version of it.
Okay. Given that, like
Same as the first hallway.
Yeah. Given my fairly like reclusive upbringing, I'm just gonna like tell Nathan that information, see if he can glean anything from it about the banner.
I mean, all I can think of is, would the historical image of the banner be of any use to anyone?
Probably not.
Okay, then I don't care.
Yeah.
Okay. I was mostly
I'll
thinking
go-
like if it could signify that we were dealing with a certain group or something, but
I'll go left, you go right again.
sounds good.
You two with me.
Yep. All right. So, moving to the room on the right, Umber, you'll find it actually what looks to be just like a small office of some kind.
Okay.
It was an office of some kind. I can't say it's not like super tiny, but it's like a one-person office. It seems to have like a very elaborate desk in here. There isn't a lot of decoration. The room itself is completely dark. There's no like windows or anything like that if this were the building. It seems as though like it's not used a lot either. It's well cleaned, but you don't see a lot of signs of actual like use.
Alright, I guess you check the desk, see if there's any drawers I can open up, find anything important, any documents that might help us find out where things are.
Sure. What languages do you speak? Or read, I should say.
Hang on a sec. English, Russian, and German.
Alright. This is in a language you don't... Let me just check, actually.
And I also have natural linguist, so I get +3 die to trying to figure out any written one.
Okay. So you don't understand the language itself. It's written in something old, but it seems familiar.
Okay.
So maybe it's close to something like to language you've seen before, but like it's written in the same lettering that you're used to anyway.
As German or as Russian? Cyrillic or
more like English with a couple of different like odd things in there.
Okay.
So it's the Roman alphabet.
Yeah. Can I try a quick light? What would that fall under?
Ooh, that's a good question about what that would fall under. Basically, like kind of linguistics.
Trying to see if I can decipher any
intelligence
words.
Linguistics. There is a linguistics.
Oh, hey. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, just trying to see if I can determine any, figure out any words. See if I can try and string it together with reading comprehension.
Okay. Sure.
In which case, it'd be intelligence linguistics. I have none in linguistics, but natural gives me +3 dice. So...
Also, is anything particularly loud and exciting going to happen on the other side of the hall that might
I think I was going
interrupt
to take
his study?
No. So if you want to, I was going to have him finish rolling that and switch over to you guys, and then after I did you guys, I was going to go on the first break. So.
Yep.
Okay.
That's the plan.
So it'd be 5d10.
Okay. It's kind of difficult, and you don't think you can really read it, but studying it for a while and some of the things you've encountered before makes you realize that this is actually written in Latin.
Oh. Fair enoch.
It takes a minute of realizing it's back in somewhere in back in your youth, going to church or something, you saw some Latin and did some things back and then, but it's been so long,
that I can't decipher any of it.
Can't decipher it. It's like some of those encounters in your youth kind of thing.
All right. Well, I'll pocket them and head back into the main room.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Nathan, you and the other two are going to find two figures seemingly nailed to the outer wall of the building with stakes.
Nailed to the outer wall of the building?
What?
Yeah, they are staked like a piece of wood jabbed through their chest, but through that into the outer wall of the building, so that they're hanging up by that right now.
Oh.
Oh,
So
they're like
people
So
in
they're
the room.
inside the building.
They're inside the
They're
building.
staked to the wall.
Okay.
Yeah, like the outside
Oh,
wall.
okay.
Yeah, like so it's
Okay.
like the way that the wall that would separate you and the outside world.
Oh. Lovely.
Mm-hmm.
I thought
They
you
appear to be
I thought it
vampires
was just
or
sitting outside.
ex-vampires?
Yeah.
Stake doesn't kill a vampire; it only puts it into like a suspended animation.
So the question remains: do they appear to be vampires or ex-vampires?
It's hard to tell. They are just unconscious folks. They could be very dead. As far as you know, they are dead. The two Mooks are going to roll something here. They're slightly courageous, but this is kind of freaking the crap out of them because this is just
Yeah.
weird.
Let's feed the mooks to them and make new vampire friends.
I mean, we're trying to steal from the Tremere right now.
No.
Okay.
Well,
Not
the
right
Tremere
now.
obviously don't like them.
Okay, the guy with the axe is, like, kind of staying strong, but it looks like the other guy is, like, kind of freaking out a little bit about, like, what the heck, man? Who does that? What's going on in this building?
Calm down. This is a group of very unusual people. We might encounter some very unusual activities here, which is why all we're trying to do is acquire something and acquire someone and leave. Can I use, I guess, leadership to try and calm him down and get him to get
Sure.
him back under control?
Mhm.
Sweet. Charisma or manipulation?
Charisma, we'll say. Leadership charisma.
Okay. Difficulty?
Ooh, I'll say 7. He didn't botch. He only failed. Alright. Okay. It looks like he's still on edge, but you managed to, like, calm him down from going over the out of control for a second. He's like, he still looks like very nervous, but not quite as bad as he was a second ago. You like your words, reassure him. Your tone of voice definitely like puts him that like he looks like he's got a little confidence in you at least now.
Good.
The other guy probably has some more confidence in you. He's like, "We got your back, boss!" As he kind of like slaps you on the shoulder, and like you probably don't have the strength. Like you just kind of like, yeah, mhm,
I've got fortitude. I
Breaks
take
your
it like a man.
yeah.
Or a tree or
Well,
whatever.
it wouldn't hurt you anyway, but it's more like the like you can't like it's like the big.
It's like, poof.
Mhm.
Yes. Good.
Yeah.
All right. What else is there in this room apart from two bodies staked to the wall?
It looked like this might have been some kind of like a little. It's hard to tell what this room was because it also is a little trashed. It looks as if there was like a fight in here, and whoever these were drug in here, and then kind of like they are also beat up is a good way to say it, and they haven't healed at all. Well, as soon as they staked, they would have stopped healing anyway. So, their bodies look like they've taken some damage, definitely. You're not 100% that they're vampires, but it sounds kind of like they're vampires.
Okay. Are you done in there?
Yes, indeed.
I'm trying to decide whether to try and unstake one of these and see if they might be able to answer some questions about what the fuck is going on.
I'm just gonna like walk to the door and take a look in myself.
Yeah.
what the hell are you talking
Unstake
about?
one of the. Oh.
Yeah.
Why don't we leave right there as our break, summoning Leslie to see what was going on there? Because that's a perfect time to be like, oh.
Getting to the door. Oh.
All right. So we can take like a couple of minutes break, go to the bathroom if you need to, grab a drink, grab a snack, anything you need, and we'll be back to continue the adventures. Where maybe when we get back, we'll pop back and see what Samuel and Dawn are up to for a little bit. As Nathan and Leslie have discovered something a little strange. But see you in a few.
Woohoo!